Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday everyone, and it's so great to see you here. So today, Tuesday, has been my GeckoRouge day for the last few weeks, and I think it may continue. Who knows? So yes, I'm coming back to this epic GeckoRouge piece, and this is called Craft Cupboard. It's the artwork by Collin Thompson, and he's quite well known for in a cross-stitching world, but also a jigsaw puzzle world, just like Amy Stewart. And this piece goes back a long time, and it's over maybe nearly 3 years. I remember I got this project, this kit from GeckoRouge back in January 2023. And if you're wondering why I still only have this bit done, there's a story to it. And I've got a playlist for this project, okay? Every single project I have, it's got a playlist. So if you're interested in tracking a specific project, just go find the playlist, and the playlist, the link is in the description as well for you. So this piece is from GeckoRouge, and if you're not familiar with GeckoRouge, it's a company specialized in quite unique cross-stitching kits, made-to-order kits, and so they don't do patterns only. If you want their patterns, you get the whole lot: the fabric, the floss, and needle miters as well, if you like that. And so this is a restart. Okay, it's a restart, and I think I'm doing very well, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and it feels like a brand new project. So this is how I'm going to move forward. I'm going to leave the history behind. Try not to think about a disaster and move forward as a new project. Okay, so let me show you what the design is like. Yes, you might be wondering why you love this project so much. And this is why. This is a beautiful, beautiful artwork, and it's full of all sorts of things, all sorts of objects. And I remember seeing this pattern for the first time. I just fell in love head over heel, and it took me a little while to have enough courage to actually get this project. And it cost a little bit, but I do not regret a thing. I think it's worth every penny. This piece is massive, okay? In terms of stitch counts, maybe give you some indication how big this project is. So let me zoom out all the way from my Saga, the app I'm going to be using, tracking my progress today and every day. So this is the whole piece in proportion to the area I have completed at the bottom there. And you probably notice this is not a conventional location to start. I'm starting from the center bottom here, and then from here I haven't quite made up my mind where to go from here in terms of direction, but I can go anywhere. Okay, and I'll talk a little bit more about my stitching method and how I'm going to move forward. And I just want to show you the stats. We like a little bit of stats, and I'm quite excited about this. So have a look at the percentage on the upper left there where it says progress. It says 0.5, 0.5% done. Yes, round of applause for Yogi. And it's not a small fee. It's got a lot of stitches, okay? Just look at the total number of stitches. We're talking about 900,000 and a little bit more here. So I've done 4,589 stitches so far. Every stitch counts. And I'm pretty pleased with that, considering how many projects I've got. And if you look at the bottom of the left panel here, where it says 149, that's the total number of colors involved in this piece. So it's not max colors, if you're familiar with Heaven and Earth, but fair number of colors. And so I am going to create a new sprint for our session today, okay? And this is this is a tracker that is it's going to track every single stitch I made today, and by the end of this stream we'll find out how many stitches I made, and we play a game called Guess My Stitches. Okay, regulars know already, and if you're new and you just join us and discover the channel and the streams, come play with me, stay with me till the end, and we'll play this game together, and winners have tremendous prizes waiting for you. Okay. So here we are. Let me just show you. Oh dear, I just came out of that the chart here. So I am going to switch my view here and say hello to all of you. Hello, hello. Welcome to join me on this beautiful Tuesday. So first of all, we have Sarah. Sarah says, happy yogi every day indeed. And we have Sophia as well. Yes. She says, hi yogi and everyone, and good night. I hope it's good evening. Okay. I hope it's you're here with us. And also Silver Stitches as well. Lizzie says, good evening everyone. How are we all? And Anna is also here, says hi. And Heather House says, hello everyone, happy Tuesday. Indeed, happy every day. Every day is a happy stitching day. Oh, and Sarah. Oh, is this going to be our new thing? Sarah is coming up with the new quote, daily alien quote indeed. If you don't know already, Sarah is our captain and for the Alien Club. You know, we have an Alien Club for aliens, for alien stitchers, okay? And Sarah can give you the specs later if you are qualified to join, okay? And Sarah's daily alien quote is, you are never too old to set a new goal or dream, a new dream. Les Brown, absolutely. Absolutely, Sarah. Yes, never too old. Age is a construct. Time is a construct. It doesn't exist. Wonderful. And Leslie McLean is also here in the chat. Hello, everyone. And our Joyce is also here. Stitchy Dutchy says hello, everyone. And Claudia is here as well. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I love the quote, Sarah. Absolutely. Me too. Me too. And Betty Lou Taylor is also here. Says hello, Stitchy folk. And Suzanne is also here, my love. And Woo Woo is also here. Nice to see you. And Woo Woo says, hello all, just had an advert come up on my YouTube for Go-Go Tea. Go-Go Tea, what's Go-Go Tea? I hope it's a good tea. And Elle Fleming as well says, hello everyone. Okay. Woo-woo means yogi tea. Yes, it's a kind. There's a key. There's a key. There's a tea called yogi tea. I actually maybe it's a brand. It's a tea brand called yogi tea. So my name has been stolen. Maybe I should claim some sort of copyright. What do you think, guys? And Susan is also here, of course. Welcome, Susan, my partner in crime over here in the UK. And Grace Houston is also here, says hello, everyone. And my goodness, Silver says, I bought a cross-stitch pattern today, a Max got. It has 230 colors. Oh dear, so that's like max colors. Well, you're going to enjoy it. I hope it's a large piece. Imagine if it's a mini piece with that many colors. You'll probably lose your mind at some point. I wouldn't blame you. Yes, wonderful. And who else have we got here? And Chloe C is also here. She says, hello, everyone. And Kathy Hapler as well. And she says, hello, everyone. Perfect stitchy day today. Blustering fall weather. Indeed, we're deeply in autumn now. And let's have a look. And Lisa is also here with us. And welcome. And Kimberly is joining us in the chat as well. Good to see you. And Michelle Fuller says, hello, hello. And come stitching patterns, says everyone. Hi, Yogi. Wonderful. And listen, Frida is also here as well. She says, hello, everyone. Not stitching now, having spaghetti as late lunch or early dinner. Well, very, whichever. It's like the others end of branch, isn't it? So branch is about 11, not lunch, not breakfast. And what Frida is having, we'll probably need to come up with a new name. It's between lunch and dinner. So there you go. And Selene is here as well. Welcome. Guys, thank you for joining me. And let me know what you're working today with me, okay? And I'd like to know, today is GeckoRouge Day for me, but it may be a different day for you. It could be Amy Stewart. Every day is Amy Stewart Day. So today I have just brewed a new cup of coffee. I know. I just need a fresh cup. Sometimes I have leftover cup. So, you know, sometimes if I come in a little bit early, I make a cup of coffee. But today I just decided to make a new cup just before the stream. I need it. Oh, it smells so good. And I also have a cup of peppermint tea as well, waiting for me in a flask. So let me zoom in. Let's do a little bit of stitching, shall we? I've been missing this piece. You know, I really want to focus on this piece, and also the Amy Stewart traveling library as well, going forward, at least for a month or so. You know, this is kind of my focus here. And I'm really enjoying this piece. It's so much fun. And also, my way of stitching at this point, let me just hide my view for now so you can see the whole thing as a whole. This is like a new adventure for me. So I'm basically going wherever I want, and I have no obligation to fill in the stitches as I go. If I want to leave some behind and come back later, I can. So this is the freedom I'm giving myself for this piece. And a couple of other pieces, you know, I'm starting to sort of be a little bit more adventurous and see what happens. You know, if it doesn't work out, I can always change it back, doing block by block or whatever. But so far, it's great fun. It's almost like doing some sort of abstract painting and filling in a little bit at a time. And eventually, the beautiful image emerges from beneath. So I'm looking forward to that. So today, I think I'm going to focus a little bit on this side over here. You know, if you just look at the stitches, you probably have no clue what I'm stitching. So I'm going to make a few stitches, warm up my little hands here, and then I'll show you where exactly what is happening here, okay? And so let me bring on my art view here and a little marker for your reference. All right, so I'm going to focus on this orange area to start with. I like to stitch a little bit brighter colors to start the session. And so there you go. Let me pick my first victim here. Let's have a look. Let me just continue this area a little bit. Okay, let's not go rogue just yet. We can do that later. And let me just select this color here. So the first color I'm going to go for is 67. So you might go, what is 67? I have no clue, and neither do you, because this is, oh, I got a wrong needle ball. I actually got my DMC needle ball here. Oh dear. And I need to go and swap. Yes. So let me grab my GeckoRouge needle ball there and my master set there. Yes. And get things organized. We're professionals here. Professional slow stitcher. Okay. So I've got my GeckoRouge here. And 67. So the GeckoRouge, even though they come with DMC floss, but they don't give you the DMC colors, probably just to protect the chart, you know, because if you get hold of the chart, you can literally start stitching if they give you the DMC numbers. So everything is numbered from 1 to whatever number of colors within the kit. So so this kit is from 1 to 169, so it makes sense. So 67, let's have a look. It's a burgundy, a nice and strong color. I like it. It's a great start, great start. Here we go. So from here, let me have a sip of my coffee here. Oh, it smells so inviting. Oh, who's a happy birthday? Sorry, I turn away for 2 seconds. Someone's having a birthday. Who is having a birthday? Um, who is having a birthday? Sova? What? Selen is here. Lizzie says, I can't wait to get my GeckoRouge so I can join on GeckoRouge Tuesday. I know it's very unofficial. It's very unofficial, but you're welcome to join me. I know quite a few of you have GeckoRouge projects. So yeah, why not? You know, unofficial GeckoRouge Day. Oh, this coffee is so good. Yes, whose birthday is it? Oh, I see. Becky's birthday. Is it today? Becky says, hello everyone, it's my birthday. Cake for everyone. Oh, how generous, Becky. We should be bringing cakes for you. I think there are cakes on the way for Becky everywhere. Yes. Oh, Becky, happy birthday. Oh, why not? Let me sing Becky a happy Tuesday, happy birthday. Okay. Never claim to be a singer, so you know, brace yourself. Okay, Becky. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Becky. Happy birthday to you. I'm sorry to inflict this on you, but happy birthday, okay? This will be a birthday to remember. And Yogi has sung her first song live on Yogi stream for you, okay? Very happy birthday to you, and enjoy the cakes, everyone. There you go. Suddenly we you know, the live stream just have about 20 people less because of my singing. I sincerely apologize for the disturbances. I won't do it again, okay? unless you ask, I might do it again. Ah, how nice. Thank you for sharing that, Becky. And Susan is asking, Yogi, oh, exclamation mark, 2 of them. Did you see the stitching method Chris Susan Barn posted? Oh, Susan, are you referring to the diagonal checkerboard method? I had a quick look. You know, I remember I was traveling and I saw that. I thought, what on earth is going on there? And I can't remember who it was. So it's Susan, was it? Is that the one you were referring to? If so, yes, I need to know more. Susan Barnes, come clean, come forward and explain to Yogi and everyone what is happening there. And if you don't know what's happening, we can always have a look later, okay? So let me start warming up my little hands. I warmed up my vocal cord. I've sung already before I even start stitching. This is going to be, you know, singing lesson with Yogi live here. Learn how not to sing, all right? So let me have a look. Here, let me start. Let me pick my spot here. And you're welcome, Becky. I hope it wasn't too traumatic, you know. Supposed to be a happy occasion, and Yogi started singing. Oh, what is going on there? Oh, yes. Coming Stitch Pattern says, Yogi, you forgot my name is Sylvia. Sylvia, you need to come and report to the chat every day so I'll remember. Because if you only come to see me like once a week, I'm gonna forget. You know, Yogi hasn't got the best memory. You know, it's pretty poor as it is. So you need to come over and remind me. So thank you for that. Yes, it's Sylvia, of course. Coming Stitch Pattern Sylvia. Coming Stitch Pattern Sylvia. Yes, I'll imprint that in my mind. All right. So from now on, it's Sylvia. But you need to come see me frequent enough, okay? Otherwise, my memory start to play up. I'm gonna start calling you different names. Here we go. I think this is the correct spot. I'm always a little bit nervous when I do the first few stitches, because very frequently, maybe too frequently, I would stitch in a completely wrong spot. Particularly this way of stitching, because it's quite dynamic, isn't it? It's like, to put it nicely, there are different shapes everywhere. So if you're not paying attention enough, you could just easily stitch somewhere that's totally different. But I think I'm good. I'm good. Everything matches up for now. Or, you know, I'm gonna see that strange icon from the reaction from you. And Suzanne says, I'm working on a ponyo, 82%. I'm having, sorry, I'm just getting a bit excited. Yeah, 82%. I'm having some chai matcha. Very nice, Susan. Suzanne, well done, well done. And Lizzie says that that's how I stitch. Yogi stitch how I feel. Yes. But this is completely new to me, because if you look at my the projects I've worked on for a little while, I always try to kind of, you know, flow the stitches out, even with cross country. But I tend to complete the stitches behind me, if it makes sense. So there's a sense of progression and order. But I just like a change, and I find this way of stitching is so free and so much fun as well, because you know, sometimes with if you stitch in order in some way, sometimes you're stuck in an area that you're not very inspired to stitch. Either it's too much confetti, or too, you know, like block stitching. So this way I can kind of, you know, jump around different areas, because for instance, all this area here and over here, it's all 310, and I'm not ready to just stitch 310 for, you know, 3 days. So I'm gonna leave them until I want to do 310s and some block stitching, and I'll do that whenever I want. So very, very nice. And let's have, oh, so much love for Becky. That's so good. And Becky's 48. Totally, again, time is construct. You know, it's a made up stuff. Do not get fooled by time. And Kathy says, today I'm stitching in my focus piece, supersized max color Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart. I love it so much. I know, it's so colorful, isn't it? The first time I saw that pattern was when I discovered Komari, the floss tuber, the Japanese lady. And she was stitching that piece, and I followed her throughout. I think by the time I discovered her, she was halfway there, but she was stitching so fast. I actually managed to see her finishing the piece. It's huge. I think she was doing supersize max colors as well. So colorful. Suvi. Hi, Suvi. Suvi says, I do the checkerboard also. If I get bored, I'm block stitching. Yes, we talked about checkerboard method a while ago, and because I had no clue, and I saw someone on Instagram. It was also a Japanese floss tuber as well, and I was wondering, what is going on? Is there a purpose to it? So I asked the chat, and apparently it's just one of those things, kind of playful things the stitchers do, to kind of negate boredom, really, as you said. But the whip I saw Susan Barnes did was, it's not checkerboard per se, but in a diagonal line, basically block by block, and parking on both sides as well. That reminds me of my spine tingling stitching method that I'm I'm using for my traveling library rather. Only that I'm doing vertical and without parking, so not quite the same. But it does remind me of that. Hello, where am I? Here. 1, 2, 3. All right then. I think the more I stitch, the more I realize that we actually, in terms of stitching method, we have a lot more freedom than we think we do, because as a new stitcher, I can only speak for myself, I was looking for rules and methods, etc. And I love them all. I try them all. But ultimately, I find that, you know, you kind of modify it and come up with a version that works for you. And it evolves as well, because ultimately we just, you know, stitching. It doesn't matter how we get there, really, in terms of method or order, as long as you do them all, then you get to complete the piece. Michelle says, I'm so glad you restarted this chart. It's beautiful. I know. Just by coming down to 28 counts or going up to 28 counts, depends on how you look at it, it just feels a lot more delicate. Because with 25 count, the previous version, I used the fabric that came with the kit, which was 25, not just 25 count, but also pre-gridded. And the fabric is a lot thicker. And even though it's really, really nice fabric, but it just felt bulky in some way. And I don't know why GeckoRouge would only supply gridded fabric. There's no option for you for non-gridded fabric. I'm not quite, I don't know why that is, but I just love this fabric and it feels so light and delicate. I love it. Hey, Alandria is here. Hello, hello. And Laura is also here as well. Welcome. And Claudia says, I'm trying out the color flow method. Yes, it's Gemma's method. It's much more regimented than my normal meandering chaos, but I'm really enjoying doing something different. Exactly, Claudia. It's about doing something different. So at any given time, if you enjoy the method you're doing, it's the best method, right? And it changes. I certainly, well, you know, you've seen me stitching. I change my methods all the time with different projects as well. And yes, I think I need to explore the color flow a little bit more, because, you know, I do have one project that I'm using Gemma's method, but I'm kind of stitching in a more the classic Gemma's method rather than the color flow. I think she kind of evolved into color flow when she's stitching the current piece because, you know, for some reason, maybe she felt like she was fighting the colors unnecessarily because Gemma's method is about following the diagonal line. So, but her pattern is calling her to flow with the colors a little bit more. Otherwise, you're kind of just arbitrarily trying to force it to be diagonal. So I love the I love the fact that she's so flexible and she's constantly thinking about how things can become more efficient and also pleasurable as well. So I suppose probably it depends on the patterns. Some patterns probably what kind of makes sense to do color flow rather than the classic Gemma's method. Yeah, I'm so happy you're trying different ways of stitching. That's part of the fun, isn't it? That's one of the probably major element of stitching as well. Not just putting stitches down, but how you get there. It makes so much difference to the enjoyment, you know. And Lizzie says, I love coffee in the morning, but after 6 p.m., the scent of coffee makes me feel sick. Oh, that's a bit dramatic. Yeah, some people, well, I used to avoid drinking coffee in the evening, thinking that it's going to affect my sleep. But I've come to realize that if I'm not sleepy, that's because I'm not sleepy, not because of the coffee. Even though it's possible, it might make your sleep quality a bit less good. It's possible if it's too much caffeine. But I realize that if I'm tired and I'm sleepy, nothing's going to stop me. And I love coffee all day long. So, so now if I really want a cup, I make a cup. I don't care what time it is. And it's been fine. Does Kamari speak English in this video? No, not at all. But you really don't, you probably don't need to, know what she's saying in order to know what she's doing. I mean, just watch her stitch. And guys, in case you weren't here yesterday, we've got some new emojis for members. Okay, have a look. We've got a few. So I'm gonna, YouTube is going to allow me to add a few more as we move forward. So there'll be more kind of bespoke emojis for the members. It'll be good fun because we invented so many things that's unique for us, and you can find a boomerang icon as well, emoji there. And our alien, our official alien emoji, designed for Sarah, okay? And Kathy says, sometimes the pattern determines how you stitch. I have different rules for different pieces. Absolutely, Kathy. I find that as well. And you can't fight it, That's why I'm always surprised when someone like Kamari or Gemma, they stitch the same method for all their pieces. That for me would be very difficult because, all these pieces, I stitch them in different methods, partially because it's fun, but also it's, the the projects kind of ask you, kind of tells, they tell you how they want to be stitched, and I find that as well. So I tend to follow that. Yes, go for the emoji. We have a pink frog as well. I think the pink frog is the fairy frog that is a lot more forgiving. Okay. Big frog. Yes, the pink frog is the forgiving one that will not judge you when you frog, and will not judge you when you don't frog. You know, when you just want to fudge it and cheat. But the green one isn't so nice, unfortunately. Oh, busy mom. Yes, that the heart icon is for channel members. So now we have channel membership that you can join if you like to support the daily stream. The streams are totally ad-free, but do not feel that you're obligated to join at all. It's an option. It will give me more resources to do more, not just for members, but for everyone. So thank you all for your support. Those who have joined, really appreciate it. But, you know, by you coming to the stream with me to join me and also watch the replay is the best support you can give. So do not feel that you have to join the membership. And Lizzie says, I do not want to commit 28 count unless I can practice on a piece. And the only other stitcher are my parents, and 18 count as far as my dad can go, 14 my mom. Yeah, I think, you know, anything above 18, I would say, I don't know for sure, I'm guessing it's probably only become popular when the full coverage became popular. Because if you stitching sampler, it's probably unlikely you need to go create stitches so small, if you know what I mean. I think it may be popularized sort of 28 counts. I think for a lot of people, if they use 28 counts or even 32 counts, 40 count fabric, they probably do 1/2. You know what I mean? Like linen and stuff like that. So, you know, your parents probably didn't feel the need to go up such fabric count. So, and that's my guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I do one extra stitch? I think I may have done one extra stitch. Okay, look away, guys. Nothing to see here. It's a little one, okay? No frog icon, please. I just did one extra here. That's it. No problem. Suvi's off to bed. Just say hello. Just say happy birthday to Becky. And Suvi, have a lovely dream. Thanks for saying hello. I hope you had a wonderful day. And sweet dreams for Suvi. Let me double check here. It's looking a little bit iffy here. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I haven't done that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Pink frog reverse stitching. Yes, I think the pink frog is the more forgiving frog and less judgmental. So the pink frog is not judging me. So that's a yogi frog. A frog that practices yoga. So she's forgiving. Hey, Cynthia. Hello, hello. Good to see you. And River is here as well. Welcome. Kristen S is also here. Michelle Brown. Sorry, I haven't said hello. I've been sort of scrolling down slowly as usual. So if I haven't said hello to you, wait for me. Michelle Brown as well. And Busy Mom, of course. Yes. Hello, everyone. And Claudia says, I'm doing the color flow. I'm bringing the joy, which has some larger blocks of color. I think for me, it's a good piece to try out, not to complicate yet. I think, yes, Claudia, I think, if color flow might not work so well with a very confetti piece, but if you have a pattern that is, full of quite more sort of blocks of colors, if you look at Gemma's piece, the current piece with the peacock, literally they all form in not block stitching, but a lot of bold colors, the same colors, kind of in different shapes. So I think pieces like that make sense to stitch the way she does, and I think it's very clever. And Silver's Lizzie says, I have decided to frock that piece I spoke about yesterday and try to and try to work it again. That's if I'm not rip the hole in the fabric. So Lizzie, I remember, if I remember correctly, Needlebug came forward and offered some advice. Did that help? Because to be honest, I couldn't help because I didn't quite understand the problem. I think it was late at night and my brain just started to freeze. So I read your comment, but I just didn't quite understand what was happening there. So I'm glad Needlebug actually came forward and offer some suggestions. So I'm just wondering whether that worked. Wendy Lee, hello, hello, and Laura. Oh my God, Laura, do you know that you actually won yesterday? Laura says, I watched the end of yesterday's stream quickly. I got super excited and my husband had to tell me to stop yelling because it was late. So Laura left slightly early for yesterday's stream, and she actually left us a number for Guess My Stitches. And guess what? She won. She was one of the winners. We had 2 winners yesterday, and she won again. I think this is the 4th time Laura has won, and 2 in a row, or something like that. Laura is very, very, very cunning. Very cunning indeed. Let me have a look. Let me do this one properly. 1, 2, 3, 1. And if there's any emoji you would like me to create, like anything that's kind of, you know, special for the group, then let me know. I'll see what I can do. It'll be fun to create something that's just uniquely, you know, just unique to our group. I can take requests. Here we go. So first color completed. Wonderful. Oh, Lizzie is so kind. Lizzie should be a floss tuber because she remembers to do these things. She says, do not forget to press the thumbs up and feed those hungry algorithms, or just do it before midnight. Yes, if you like the videos, thumbs up, and if you don't like it, thumbs down twice. I remember someone said that. Yes, if you don't like it, press thumbs down twice. And Wendy as well, Wendy Lee, welcome. And Love Drunk for Diamonds is also here, welcome. See, I've got 2 panels of chat here, so I can manage to catch up the new joiners. Very cunning. Claudia is asking, with GeckoRouge Kit, are the thread numbers consistent across all of them? If so, is color 45 is always the same? Claudia, no. So for instance, if you get a kit from them that's got 45 colors, your thread cards will literally be 1 to 45. So it's completely arbitrary. Maybe they have some rule in terms of, maybe it's based on the order of DMC numbers. I don't know. But, you know, if your project's got 45, it will be 1 to 45. And mine happens to be 1 to 149. So it's 1 to 149. No idea whether that, you know, if they sort it in any particular order. So. And Cynthia says, good to see you too. I've been so busy. It's hard to get back sometimes. Yes, I know. But it's time to slow down from time to time, you know, to block off, you know, a couple of hours a day just to relax and do things you love and come to join Yogi, you know, and have a chat with me. Right. Should I go a little bit now? I'm warmed up a little bit. I've done, I think this is the first color I've done, isn't it? Or the second, I can't remember. But now I'm going to flip my chart and just go with the color I like. So now the fun begins. Well, it was fun so far, but I just want to go rogue a little bit. I quite like this purple, actually. I might do the purple. It's attached along here. Why not? Let's do that one. Here we go. I love this feature. I just love it because it allows me to pick precisely what color I like to stitch at that moment in time. So I am going to stitch around this area with this beautiful purpley color, 66. So Claudia is totally random. Okay, 66. Again, it's a burgundy, but very similar to 67, but deeper color. So I was doing this color earlier on, slightly lighter. It's a little fluffier. And just take one strand. So single strand, 1 over 1 full cross. Alice and Rennie, welcome. And also Boris Park Mom Delise. Let me see. We highlight the new joiner, okay? Hello. I'm back to stitching. Boris, have you joined us before? I don't remember your name. But whichever case, welcome. Yes, welcome, Boris. Cynthia says, did you see my comment? Which one? Cynthia? I'm trying to scroll down. I'm juggling 2 panels, trying to catch up, but I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, if I have missed your previous comment, I will find it. And Love Drunken Diamond, I've said hello. Yes. So is Cynthia, is your previous comment about you being busy? Yes, I read that. If that's the case, otherwise I'll get to the next comment. So I have one panel here showing me the latest comments, and then I have another panel allowing me to just scroll through in order. So, but I'm not sure how well it's working. I'll have to modify the setup there. And we have a new joiner. Hello. Alison Rennie has joined the Yogi Squad. Welcome, Alison. Thank you so much. Yes, we have one more member to our club. Welcome, Alison. And you can play with the emoji as well, my new creation, and more will be on the way. Welcome. Oh, very good suggestion. Suzanne says emoji for dolly time. Yes, let me jot it down. That's such a great idea. Let me put it on my note, otherwise I'll forget. Yes, a dolly icon would be very nice. Let me put it down here. That's a great suggestion, Suzanne. Okay, I've got a spreadsheet here. I just put down all my ideas. Let me just jot that down quickly. Little dolly, yes. Oh, I love that. Done. All right, it's on the list. And oh, Cynthia. Oh, so this one, is this the one? Is this the one you asked? Okay, I got it. Cynthia, yes, a little bird told me you started Yogi Space Heads. Oh, that's a good name. I should have named the the membership with that name. Space Heads group for us to join. Yes, Cynthia, indeed. You can join the membership now. And you have a little heart for your, for your icon, as your icon. And you get to play with our emoji that I created with my fair little hands here in my basement. You know, in my basement, I have a workshop with, you know, all the power tools that I need to create those little emojis for you. Okay. And I take requests. Anything that you think is, you know, unique to our group, I will put that on my list And who knows, we might get those emojis, you know, appearing time. Who knows? So let me do it from here. The two spots that's got this color. Let me have a look. So Cynthia, I don't know where you've been talking to the little birds, okay? But the rumor is true. We do have little group here, all right? And Alison has joined as well, and many others. So thank you all for your support here. Let me pick this one correctly. It's a little bit tricky. A lot of burgundies there. And Lizzie says, I did try to stitch a row twice, but did not work. Oh, it's probably just too complicated for my head. And Lizzie says, if I was a member, I would say Wonka emoji. When you have a chocolate. Oh, that's a very nice one too. Yes, the chocolate icon. Yes, it's the signature snack, power snack for our group. So let me jot it down. That's an idea as well. I'll see how it goes. Because sometimes certain images, they don't work as well as a tiny little emoji. So it's a challenge to my skill, isn't it? The yogi skill as a emoji creator. You know, how do I make it work well? So I accept the challenge. Thank you. New member party, Sarah. Yes, exactly. And it's interesting, the swatch looks a little bit more purple, but it's probably my fault because the colors, I literally have to put it in manually on Saga because it doesn't pick up. It doesn't know the thread colors, basically, because there's no DMC colors. So it's a little bit tricky if you want to use GeckoRouge patterns on Saga. It takes a little bit of modifications for it to work. Mandy Moran, hello. Sorry if I'm a little bit late to say hello. Oh, Well of Doom as well. Wow, Suzanne, you're full of all a good idea. But Well of Doom, we have the well itself. So, oh yeah, maybe we can have a little icon for that as well. Let me jot it down. It would be quite fun, wouldn't it? If someone's requesting for me to do a spin, they can just request through the emoji. Very nice. Let me have a look. Well of Doom. Is that the official name now, Suzanne? Oh dear. It's a well of hope, okay? Do not listen to Susan. And Boris, let me know what you're stitching on, okay? Because when you come to the chat, you need to report to the chat what you're working on so we know. We love to learn what everybody's stitching. And Alison, our new member, is stitching on atrium with a sleep tea. Though they never worked. Well, hang on. So the tea is literally called sleep. That is a lot of promises. I mean, if it doesn't work, can you get refund? Seriously. But do not fall asleep during Yogi's stream, okay? Stay awake, stay awake. And Rose is here as well, says hi you all. Hey Rose, good to see you. Boris says, I'm in Canada, I stitch too. Here's my park, new to your channel. Oh, so you are new, yes. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry, I'm slow, very slow to get to your comments, but bear with me. World of Doom. And Irene is here also. Hello, Yogi. Hello, chat. Welcome. Grace Houston, you mean mighty top power tools. Mighty, tiny but mighty, Grace. Oh dear. And Boris says, I love the colors you use. I know, isn't this so colorful and pretty? Joyce. Oh dear. Yes, I think Joyce caught me. She says, Yogi, you've got a spreadsheet for ideas and you call yourself chaotic. But well, Joyce, but that's because you haven't seen my spreadsheet, okay? Literally, I'm just using, I can show you quickly actually. Hang on. So I think in Joyce's mind, spreadsheet means some sort of intricate planning and, you know, something like a, you know, blueprint or something. Joyce, let me just show you what my spreadsheet looks like, okay? Really, look at this. It's just a list of things. I just put it down there. That's it. World of Doom, Dolly, chocolate, that's it. It's just a list. I just use the spreadsheet because it's easier. So sorry to disappoint you, Joyce. I'm just using it as a glorified notes, really. I'm just using the list. That's it. I'm not doing anything sophisticated. But I do use my spreadsheet to for all the classes I do, because I have to invoice every month at the end of every month, so I have to keep track, and if I, you know, and also if it's not the same every month because the timetable changes, and also I cover classes as well. So yes, so I do use spreadsheets, okay, but in a very, very basic way. It's just for me to keep a list going. Okay, Joyce. I am chaotic. It's true. And Cynthia says, where do I go to sign up? It's on the channel page. Hang on, I can post a little link here for you if that's easier for you. Let me just grab the link here. So all right, let me just paste it in the chat if you're interested. Any one of you, I'll pin this. So this is a direct link to the channel membership page, Cynthia. So normally you can find it on the main page, but it's not always very obvious. where am I? Here. Oh, I nearly stitched in a totally different place. World of Doom. Cynthia says, I think you should have a Ted Lasso icon. What is Ted Lasso icon? Ted Lasso. Let me know. Suzanne says, Susan and I have corrupted each other. Oh dear. Yes, Susan is a bad influence, isn't she? World of Doom. Dead flowers. You know, it's all darkness for her. Small and powerful. No. Oh, River doesn't know what it is. River, you need to come to the stream more frequently. Yes, it's a will that I'm still working on, okay? It's still work in progress. It's fully working. I just want to make it more us. And it's a will that I can spin. You know, River, sometimes I get really lost souls come to the stream and go, oh, you know what? I've got like 200 whips. And I don't know which one to stitch today. I've got so many, but I just don't know where to start and which one to go for. And this is where the fairy yogi comes in. Not me, okay? It's a fairy yogi. And she offered us a will of hope, okay? Will of positivity. And I can spin a will for you to help you to decide which one to work for, and yes, it's world of hope, okay. And do not listen to Suzanne or Susan, okay. Those two are they live in darkness. Oh dear, this one here. 1, 2, 3, 2. Interesting. I think I missed 2 stitches here. That's why. Hang on. Let me remove these 2 before I forget. These 2 I haven't done. I don't know why they're marked. How strange. And I'm back to this one. All right. Now all is well. Now it's matching. Everything's matching up. Leslie says you could have a finished project emoji, but take your time with that one. It might take years before it's needed. Oh, ouch, Leslie. Guys, can you get that knife of my back, off, because it's like there. Yeah, ouch. But quite true, Leslie. I'll be working on that one. I have plenty of time. Thank you, Leslie. Oh, now I feel so much better. Being roasted feels, normal, all right? If everybody's too nice, I kind of go, what is going on today? It doesn't feel right. Now I feel slightly flambéed. I'm feeling a lot better. And River is asking, Yogi, I missed the start. What method are you using? Good question, River. This is called going wherever you want method, okay? Well, I mean, fundamentally, it's cross country, only that I'm not doing any particular order. I just go by, flow with the area I want to go, the object I want to stitch, and see how it goes. It's like I tried to explain earlier on, this area, the entire area here, the base and two curve shapes here, they're all of them it's just filled with 310. So instead of stitching in order and get through all the 310, I decided to move on and stitch in the area that I'm interested, and then maybe come back to fill up from time to time. So that's kind of my plan, and it forms this kind of really interesting, shape there. I really like it. So I feel quite free stitching this way, and it's great fun. It's great fun. So literally I can stitch whatever I want. The only rule I have is if I'm starting a new color, I can only start from, it has to connect to an existing stitch. So for instance, if I finish this color and move on to the next one, I can't just jump over there and start stitching something. I can find the stitches that I've already done and extend from there. So no suddenly just move to a completely new area and start stitching. It's the only rule I have. That's it. So yes, Sarah says she's going freestyle today. Yes, indeed. It's freestyling. Freestyling. So Lizzie, exactly. Now, World of Doom, call it World of Dreams. World dreams of finishing after all. And also, every single piece is a dream that you choose to enter, isn't it? When you're stitching that piece, you're in that world, a dream world. Yes, world of dreams. And world of hope, There is hope that you can finish the project at some point. It doesn't matter if it's 50 years' time. Be hopeful. Cynthia says, how about a cowboy with a lasso? But why is that though? How does that connect to our stitching? So it has to be stitching related. Rochelle is here. Rochelle says, hi, stitch friends. Feeling like I can at least stitch again. The flu kicked me. Oh, you've got a flu. I'm so sorry to hear that. And yes, really great to see you back. Hope you're feeling a lot better. You're going to feel a lot better after this, okay? Just join us. Yes, the soothing voice of Yogi is going to make you feel better and have a cup of tea. Yes, traveling library is a great choice, Rochelle. I bet Rochelle is feeling better already. Just to, hang out with us and stitch the piece you love. You're gonna get better so fast. You'd be shocked. Rochelle says, you're going fancy freestyle. Exactly. It's freestyle and it's fancy. Exactly. Very good, Rochelle. Top form, top form. Oh, Cynthia says saga lasso. Okay. Okay. Interesting. But lasso is quite universal, isn't it? It's like a lot of apps have lasso. So we want the emoji to be kind of reflect all the sort of, little terms that we came up with in a group. It's more fun that way, isn't it? I am freestyling. And it's so colorful as well. It's crazy. It's like a burst of colors. Whoops. Cynthia says, that's how I always stitch. But if I try and not to connect and move to another spot, I'm always off. Is that part of getting off? No, Cynthia, not at all. That's why I make sure that if I move to a different area, like starting a new color, right? I make sure that find somewhere that's connected, because if not, you can easily count in the wrong block or wrong row very easily. So it makes a lot of sense of making sure it's connected, so you don't just jump to a new area and hope for the best. Susan says, in 50 years' time, I'll be 113. Oh, no problem at all. Yeah, I hope you're still coming to a yogi stream, okay, 50 years' time. Yes, absolutely. 113 is not that much. It's not that old at all. Time is a construct. There's no time. And also, Susan, you really need to finish that piece, the duvet piece. Because your house will need a curtain. Here we go. It's good fun stitching this way. There. Oh, Suzanne says deranged typewriter and Min to Max. Min to Max is on my list for emoji. I just need to work out how to make that work. But deranged typewriter, typewriter could be, yes. Let me have a look. Let me jot it down. I think typewriter is there somewhere. I think I've got the typewriter there. Yes. Cynthia says, trying to understand it. Cynthia says, how about one for that really stinky thing you were talking about last weekend and use it for when you're in a bad mood but still show up? What was that? What was that, Cynthia? Last weekend, as in Saturday. Rochelle has got freestyling icon right there. Yes. Holding your nose icon. But what was stinky? I can't remember. And Lizzie says, I must admit that checkerboarding sounds interesting, especially as I use pre-gridded fabric. Oh yeah, if you have pre-gridded fabric, it's quite safe to do, isn't it? And because I looked into the pattern before, because the Japanese lady, the floss tuber did, it's not just forming the sort of checkerboard, as in, alternate the blocks that you're stitching and then diagonally as well. She is forming a checkerboard shape within checkerboard shape. You know what I mean? It's like a checkerboard for, I don't know, 6 by 6. And then she does a larger sort of checkerboard patterns. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like checkerboard patterns within checkerboard patterns. It's really intriguing. But the lady is not parking. So it means that within the 10 by 10 block, you stitch and finish all the threads there. So if it's quite confetti, it means, you don't park and you can't take it anywhere else. So that's part of the challenge, I think. Hey, Motif Stitcher, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, Cynthia was talking about Suzanne. Cynthia is talking about the stinky fish, which I can't pronounce, that from Sweden, that people, if you want to open a tin, you literally have to be outdoor and to make sure it's safe. It's not going to stain anything. Oh, that fish, yes. I've never smelled that. So, but apparently it's one of the most smelly things in the world. Yes, Motif Stitcher, let me know what you're working on today with us. Oh, Chloe. Chloe has a good idea. Chloe, hang on. Oh, yes, it's called strumming. I probably completely butchered that. But just coming back to Chloe's, how about no calamari sign? Absolutely. For the safety of the community, Chloe, I think a no seafood, no calamari sign is required. Yes, let me jot it down, Chloe. No calamari, okay? Yes, we need to lay the ground rules. Oh, is it fermented herring? Dear, oh dear. Cynthia says that whole conversation cracked me up so much. Tears coming out of my eyes. Oh dear. And I have to listen to it 3 times. It's a little bit stinky, isn't it? Yes. And River says, I tried working in columns today to avoid lines. I tried feathering, but that did my head in. Yeah, because either you do column by column or block by block, or you do feathering. Well, I think it's not, yeah. I suppose if you have stitches that's right in the next block connected to the edge, then maybe just stitch, continue to stitch. That's what I would do, but it's quite hard. I tried to do that using Saga, because Saga has got that sort of feathering shape that you could use as well. Oh, that didn't work for me. It was so messy visually on the chart, on the screen. I just couldn't do it. And Joy says you could jump to another checkerboard tile diagonally. Exactly. That's what I saw. So within one checkerboard, there's a little checkerboard shape forming, and then you can jump to another diagonal area. Yes, maybe I'll try that sometime. But I'm just concerned about you have to stop within the block and finish all the threads. You know what I mean? And if you're not parking, meaning that you have to start and stop quite a lot. Let me come back to a different area here. So, let me flip my chart here and see what takes my fancy. I might do this one over here. Right. It's a little area here. 27? 27. I know it's a brown. Here we go. Oh, Rashad, thank you. Rashad says, don't forget to tap the like button. And if you want to tap the dislike button, tap it twice, okay? MOT Stitcher says, I'm working on Innocent Dreams, the 2025 Hey Sao. Oh. So it's the same set from the Jelly World. 25 count, 1/1 full cross on Zwega fabric. Amazing. And how far are you with the saw? Are you going to meet the deadlines? Oh, 85% done. Oh, there you go. Cynthia. Cynthia say, I'm so distracted stitching and listening to you that my dog just ate the roast beef off my sandwich on the dining room table for the second time. Oh dear. Are you feeding that poor little dog? Are you sure? Maybe the dog just hungry. You know? Just one stitch over here. Claudia says, since I've been learning from the group, my stitching speed has really increased. Not alien level. Today, I've done 130 stitches during the stream. I would have taken it would have taken all day before, so thank you. Well, Claudia, by watching the channel, you're supposed to learn to stitch slower, not faster, okay, Claudia? You need to do it properly. Yeah, you're supposed to slow down, you know, not do it faster. Well, I don't know how you do that. I'm not getting faster. I'm watching the channel every day. Suzanne says, I'm doing block stitching in one color on the diagonal. And so far, I've done 224 stitches. Block stitching on one color. Oh, okay, as in single color. Yes. That's really fast, though. That's tremendous. So this area is the head of a doll. Claudia says, Yogi, if I got any slower, it will be a glacial pace, and I've only got until my my 113 whips to get it all done. I know. Fair enough, Claudia. One more here. This fabric works really well with DMC because even within kind of quite crowded area, it's still really nice to stitch. It doesn't feel, you know, jammed at all, which is very nice. Lizzie says, I thought it was Mr. Potato Head, like in the Toy Story movies. It does look a little bit like that, but I've been told it's some sort of a Russian doll thingy, I think. One, two, over here. There's one stitch here. Let me find it. Where are you? Here, second block. Over there. There's one stitch only. Here. So just above the orange color. Oh, this is tricky because the colors are so similar here. Suzanne says, I think I've stitched a 6-pack, maybe the emoji for 6-pack. 6-pack's good. Yes, I can visualize it. It's Travis 6-packs. That's a nice one. Oh, Suzanne, I should have consulted you before I came up with my emoji list. 6-pack. There you go. Let me see if I can find other stitches in the area here. 2. Hang on. All right. I think it's here. To make sure I the right spot here. Busy Mom says, I finally got my fabric for traveling library. How amazing. What fabric count are you going to be stitching it on? Yeah, so Busy Mom can join us for our sew. And is it true that traveling library has 2 other pieces that is kind of forming a trio? So the other 2 pieces, I think they're from different artists. Is that correct? Because I saw another piece. I think it was mentioned by someone in the chat. That's a caravan, but it's it's a kind of a caravan view from the outside. And I don't know what the third piece will be. If that's the case, that'll be very interesting. Oh, Sarah says wrong place on the last one. Which one? Last one? Last one. You mean last color or last stitch? I think it's correct. Sarah. Oh, am I seeing that weird icon? The warning icon. Did I miss that? Oh dear, which one? Sarah, what do you mean by last one? And Busy Mom is doing 20 count. Busy Mom, where do you get the fabric for 20 count for that piece? Because for a little while, I was thinking maybe I'll do it on 20 counts. Even though I'm very happy now with 28 count, but I couldn't find a cut that fits the piece. Oh, Sarah says up in the yellow area. Dear, oh dear. I think, you know, this is fudge time. Pink frog, forgiven, sort of frog with compassion time. I'm trying to trace back in a yellow area. I have no idea where that is. It's okay. I'll probably find out as I get there because the stitches won't match and I'll go, oh dear, you know, stitch in the wrong area, and I'll just stitch over it. I think for 28 counts, I can probably get away with it, I think, if it's just one stitch. So Sarah, we need to let it go, you know, ujjayi breath. I'm going to let this one go because I can't find it. Joy says, I do 1 or 2 6-packs when I'm stitching on my Hate Sao to keep things going. Right, so you just keep going with the same color until the 6-packs run out. Huh. That's 6-packs would take a long time though. Depends on the stitch size. If it's 28 counts, you have to keep it going for a little bit. I think it's time for my peppermint tea. Still quite hot. Susan says, if it's the piece I'm thinking of, it's got gypsy on the outside steps. Oh, are you talking about the caravan piece? I can't remember if it is, but it's one of the new patterns on Heaven and Earth. It's got a view of a caravan on the outside and with some landscape going on there. And I can't remember the name of the artist. Suzanne says it's one called Gypsy Firefly, but I do wish they could use the word. They wouldn't use the word gypsy. Busy Mom says, I ordered my fabric from Stitchery Express, and you put the length you want. Oh, right, so they do bespoke cuts. Oh, Yes, that would be very useful because, but I don't know where they're based. Ideally, I'd like to find some a vendor that's UK based. Yeah, but majority of them on Etsy, they only do pre-cut sizes, so I couldn't find anything that's kind of big enough. So I gave up on 20 counts. Oh, Claudia. Okay, guys, Claudia needs help. Claudia says, dumb question. No, not dumb at all. You know, Claudia, it's our lingo. So, well, it's a 6-pack. It's a set of 6 blocks, or are you clugging a few beers with with your stitching? Well, it could be either. Guys, do you want to explain to Claudia what a 6-pack is? Oh, I forgot. Yes, not everybody is up to date with the lingo, but it will make a lot of sense when it's explained. 25 count 2 over 1/10. Oh, on your sow piece. Rachel says, Gypsy Fly, Firefly is an Amy Stewart piece. Then we are talking about a different piece, because that caravan one, it's actually by different artists. Maybe we can have a look in a bit. That'll be interesting, because I remember someone mentioning it's going to be a trio. And I was wondering whether all 3 pieces were going to be created by Amy Stewart. But from the look of it, it might be 3 artists together. Or maybe just a coincidence. I don't know whether it just so happened that someone else created a piece, you know, with a caravan. Maybe totally unrelated. I really don't know. I'm just taking a guess. So Sarah says a length, if a length of floss has 6 strands, finish all as 6-pack. There you go. Yes. So it's basically just take a strand, a piece of floss that's got 6 strands and whatever length, and just keep going until all 6 strands are gone. That's 6-packs. Thank you, Busy Mom. I'll definitely look at the website. Thank you so much. And Mandy says, I'm in the UK. I order from Cross and Craft on Facebook. Okay, Mandy. So do they do sort of bespoke sizes? So you can just tell them sort of what size you need, and they do it for you. Ideally, I'd like to order from some, you know, a company or vendor from the UK, because it's just, you know, easier with the post and packaging and everything, and also quicker as well, probably. So thank you, Mandy. I'll definitely have a look. Cross and Craft on Facebook. So it's not an online website. Claudia says that makes a lot of sense. Yes, it does, isn't it? And it's a great name as well. It's named by Travis, and it's a joint effort between Travis and Joyce to come up with a name. See you later, busy mum. Mandy says, they do. Oh, they're also on Etsy with the same name. Then I can look them up, because I normally buy from the same vendor because they've been quite reliable and quite reasonable with the prices. But they only do pre-cut fabric, so I'll have a look. Thank you so much. So 1, 2 stitches, okay. Kathy says, have you ordered from Lakeside Needlework? I live in the US and ordered from them. I was able to get a specific cut of fabric. She's based in the UK. Yes, I'm aware of the, yeah, I think it's Lakeside Needlework. It's a Lakeside something. It's a craft website, isn't it? I haven't bought anything from them yet. I think because for Christmas, I'm thinking about getting the Mill Hill beads kits, and they stock them. So I'll be buying the kit from them, but I haven't looked into their fabric area. So yes, I think it would be great if they do sort of, you know, bespoke sizes. Then it would be fantastic. I'll definitely have a look at them. Thank you so much, Cassie. Oh, Lakeside Needlecraft. Yes, I think I think I know which website you're referring to. No problem. Suzanne says, I think the pattern you're talking about is called Caravan. It probably makes sense. I can't remember what title it is. It's one of the new releases, I think. And it's literally a caravan, kind of, you know, parked in a sort of forest somewhere there. Very colorful as well. All right. So I kind of try to use up the strand if I can. So if I stitch one area, let's say that there are 10 stitches, and once I finish that, I'll go and look for the kind of surrounding area, see if there's more. So Suzanne says it came out in October. There must be, yes, it is still under the new release, so it must be that one then. Oh yeah, there's air balloons. Yes, yes. So I don't know. It could be the the silver trio piece, the person, I can't remember who mentioned that. Probably more than one person mentioned in the chat and saying that's, you know, it's going to be kind of a 3-piece situation. It's quite pretty, but it's not, I'm not as drawn to that one. Kind of open space, kind of, I generally, I like something a little bit more intimate than kind of just landscape, you know. I'll let you have a sip on my coffee here. Oh, I'm spoiled with choices today with drinks. And the artist, I'm not familiar with the person. I think it's a female name. Oh yeah, so there you go. Joyce has just found out. It's by Jenna Della Gratalia. I butchered that. I did my best, Joyce. Yes. Suzanne says it's very busy. Yeah, well, it's not so much busy. It's kind of slightly distant, you know. I would have liked it more if kind of slightly closer view of the caravan. Let me see if I can bring it up so we can have a look together, just in case the people don't know what we're talking about. Let me bring on the website. And while we're, I'm going to set up the browser for the website. So if you have anything you'd like to share web-wise or anything you want to post to share, you can do that now, okay? And once I get it loaded up, we have a look at the Heaven and Earth website, and we have a look at the Facebook as well, if you'd like to share. So from time to time, we have a look at the group, Facebook group together. It's fun, and we get to see what everybody's working on. So you have a few minutes to do that while I get it set up and have a look at the Heaven and Earth. So you know which piece we're talking about. So let me see if I can get the browser set up there. There you go. Okay, so we've got Heaven and Earth here. So I'm going to go to the new release. Okay. I should be able to find it quite easily because it's under the new release there. So if anybody knows, I don't know whether it's just someone, just kind of a, not rumor, but just something that's spread around, or indeed there's going to be, let me type in caravan. It's probably easier because it's probably got flushed down somewhere there. That's the one, the caravan. Oh, it's actually not bad. Now I'm having a second look. Yes, for some reason, my recollection was the caravan was a little bit more distant. But now looking at it, it's not bad. It's very pretty. So this is the piece I saw, but I don't know whether it's relating to the traveling library. It could be just coincidence. I have no idea. But there are hot air balloons at the background, which I think is a little bit odd. I kind of prefer not to have them. But the front is quite pretty. But also I'm just thinking about the mountain. The snowy mountain is going to be a beast to stitch. I'm a little bit scared of that. And the water as well. It's kind of scary, but it's pretty. It's pretty. Joy says, you butchered it very well. Thank you very much for the compliments. Yes, I'm, you know, one of the few things I'm good at is butchering names. I do that every day with my students' names. And they still come to classes, luckily. Alison says, my last chat disappeared. Cross and Craft is on Etsy. She's the one I mentioned previously to get a small sampler. Let me highlight that one then. Small samples of this. Oh, okay, of 32 counts to try. I get all my fabric from Abby. Just let her know your size. Oh, that's good. So Cross and Craft on Etsy, and she's UK based, I'm guessing. Then that would be ideal, because if she's in the UK and she's on Etsy, that'll be a lot easier. And she's got a name, Abby. Okay, then I'll be in touch, Abby, when I look for my next piece of fabric. Thank you so much, Alison. And Joy says, with the white cow with antler is strange as well. Where's the white cow? Oh, no, that's not a cow. Do you not think that's probably some sort of deer? I don't know. Let me have a look, see if I can zoom in a little bit more. I think this is the biggest one. Yeah, okay, so that one's the larger size. But what I can do is we can have a proper look here. If I can grab a screenshot here. All right. And guys, if you want to upload your web, you can do it now on the Facebook group. Let me see if I can find our Facebook group as well. Here we go. We've got this one as well. We can have a look while we're here. So we've got Cassie. Got Kathy's piece. Supersize. Oh, supersize. Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Oh, looks like an upper left start. So intricate, isn't it? Supersize is going to be so huge. That's really nice. But before we move forward, I just want to come back here and just have a second look. Joyce, I don't think that's a cow. I don't think that's a cow. I like the foreground, but not so much the background. You know, anywhere above the caravan, it just feels like it's a little bit weird with a snow mountain at the back. I prefer the whole piece being more vibrant and green, just an entire piece, like some trees or something. But that's just me. That's just me. But it's quite pretty. I have to say, it's quite pretty. Not sure it's gonna go on my web, but it's very pretty. Oh yeah, Joyce, I'm using a mouse. I have to. I cannot operate my browser with psychic power. Yes, so you might hear a little bit clicking there. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yes, I am using a mouse there. So let's have a look at the look at our Facebook group here. And Alison Rennie, very nice. Chur Marchetti, atrium. So that's the markup. Oh, little kitty. You know that fountain at the back? It looks like a chocolate fountain. It doesn't look like water. The water looks a little bit brown. It looks like, you know, chocolate fountain. Very pretty, so vibrant. And is it upper left start? Yeah, it looks like it. Very pretty indeed. And Joyce. Oh, Joyce, yes, I forgot you're working on this piece. Guess my stitches. 2 billion, Joyce. Wow, you've got that cushion going really well. You know, I haven't worked on this piece for a while, and I'll confess. Can I confess, guys? Can I be really honest with you? You know, it's all about transparency here. I think, Joyce, this piece, you're working on regular size, right? So this is Ciro Marchetti, the quoting room. I'm working on a mini version, and Joyce, I think, is the regular version. So this piece, I'm working on 20 counts, 2/1 full cross with CXC. And the challenge for me, the reason that I wanted to do it that way was to see if I can, you know, create really full stitches, really rich. Why don't I grab that piece here so I can explain to you? And I'm at the crossroad here with this piece, okay? I actually don't know what to do with this piece. Let me see if I can find the fabric. So I haven't worked on this piece for a little while, and Joyce's work has really made me think. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'm rummaging through my webs here. It's not framed, so I have to find it. But I'm at the crossroad here with this piece. I want to know your view, because I'm not sure where to go from here. Yes, I found it now. Okay, so this is the situation. So you look at what is happening with Joyce piece, okay, and I just want to switch back and show you mine. All right, and we'll come back to the group in a bit. It's just that while we're here, I want to show you what's happening with my project. Okay, this is the same pattern, and I'm here with the piece. All right, just to switch to Joyce's version. So we're both doing upper left start, but her piece would be larger. And this is mine. So it's really pretty, even with mini, but this is 20 count. Yes, 20. And I'm using parking method, and with CXC, 2 strand, full cross. So normally on 20 counts, I would do 1/1, but I'm doing 2 and full cross. And so it's moving very slowly, but you can see it's really, really pretty, isn't it? It's so full and rich. It's almost like those rocks that you see. There's I can't remember, the words escape me, but it's really, really nice. But it's just that I have to stitch in an even slower pace, because I can't really do cross country or having floating stitches any shape or form, because the stitches are so full. I have to stitch kind of edging away from the completed area, and if not, it's gonna be very hard to stitch. And let me show you the back here. It's actually not bad the way I'm stitching, because I'm stitching, you know, in order, just edging away from the completed area. And this is the piece that I managed to stitch 60 stitches in 3 hours, okay? This is the infamous project where I manage 60 stitches for the entire live stream. And so I don't know where to go with this piece. I mean, it's so beautiful. Now I'm looking at it again. It's really pretty, but I'm just thinking, going forward with this, I've been trying to stitch, there's a little bird here for about 3 sessions, and I haven't managed. So, you know, let me know what you think, okay? And I don't know what to do with it to keep going forward. Or I don't know. I don't want to give up. Or maybe some sort of restart. Or just keep going. Maybe just keep going. It doesn't matter if it's slow, but it's so pretty. Now I'm looking at it again. So there you go, the dilemma. And let's come back to the browser here. Okay, let's see what else we've got there. So this is choice piece. Guess my stitches. My guess is 3,564. There. Mandy, this is my piece for tonight. Nightmare Before Christmas. Wow. It looks very, very, very full in terms of just look at the texture of the stitches. So it's 2 strands, is it? And what fabric count is this? It looks so nice. Yes. Oh, the confetti's got to be brutal. Let's have a look here. That's very nice, Mandy. And Busy Mom, sending the link. Thank you so much. And let me just have another refresh. See if there's anything else coming through there. And I saw the really creative needle bore there. Very nice. 60 minutes. Okay, there's some new bits here. Sylvia. Yes. So this is Traveling Library. Oh my God, you've gone very far. Look at this. You can see the ceiling there. Majority of people are still stitching around the books, the bookshelf area. I can actually see the pattern on the ceiling there. My goodness. So 18 count, 2 over 1, full cross, I'm thinking. Wow, 18 counts is really pretty. That is amazing. How many stitches have you managed so far? Oh my God, I'm way behind. My piece is just a little bit in the center there. And Susan says, get rid of the part threads. It will make the piece less confusing. Susan, it has to be part, because if I don't park, I'll have to start and stop every 3 stitches. Because I'm trying not to create floating stitches, if you know what I mean. Because if I have to get into kind of boxed in area, it's going to be very, very hard to stitch. So parking is the only option, really. Otherwise, I'll do 3 stitches, stop, and then another 3 stitches. Maria, very nice. So Maria says, this is Garden Chair by Kim Jacobs. 25 count, 1 over 1. Let's have a look at the zoomed in view here. Wow. I don't know what it is just yet. So is it the same area, or I'm trying to figure out which part I'm looking at. They look like they're from 2 different areas. 25 count, 1 over 2. 1 over 2? 1 over 1 or 1 over 2? 1 over 1, right? It's probably typo. Yes. Very pretty colors though. And let's have a look. Rochelle. Rochelle is stitching on Traveling Library from bottom left. Yes, one of the bottom left. Settee start, the flower start. Very, very nice. Everybody's done so much for the piece. I need to speed up a little bit more so I can actually see something. At the moment, it's all, still a little bit vague. Very nice, Rochelle. Very pretty. So this one we've just seen. Let me just do another refresh, and if not, we'll come back. Okay, wow. All right then, thank you guys for sharing. And let me switch back here. So coming back to Betty says, Yogi, you could switch to tent with 2 threads. Interesting. Kind of yes and no, because I'm doing 2 strands full cross. So you can switch from 1/1 to 2 strand cross tent. They look very similar, but to switch from 2 strand full cross to 10 stitches, it will look drastically different because it's like half of the material on the fabric. So I don't think that would be a choice. Let me have a look. Oh, Kristen. Okay, that explains it. Okay, Kristen, this is regarding the Kim Jacobs piece. Kristen says, I decided all of a sudden I wanted to start in a completely opposite corner of the supersized chart. Why does it stitching mood hits the way sometimes? But the thing is though, how do you make sure that they're going to meet seamlessly when they come together? That's the tricky part. So I don't know, when you say different area, how far, you know, away they are. If you literally go to a different corner, it's quite risky, isn't it? Oh, sorry, Kristen, which piece is yours? I think I've got confused because Maria is doing the garden chair with a red pillow. Kristen, I need to go back to this one. Which piece is Kristen's? So this is Maria. I was under an impression that you were referring to this one. Kristen, what is your Facebook handle? I don't know because people use different names, so I have no idea. Oh, it's probably Traveling Library, is it? And 980 stitches away, I say it's risky, is SSMC, Oracle Vision Party. All right. Yes, it's very tempting to want to move to a different area. That's why I'm kind of stitching this way. Hopefully, even if I move to a slightly different area, it's I'm following the stitches, so it won't be too off, I'm hoping. But yeah, sometimes you just want to go to a completely different area. Kind of start fresh-ish. All right then, let me move to the next color here. Thank you for sharing, guys. So the next one, I am going to pick because I really love that pattern. You know, I'm referring to the Chura Maketi pattern, but I just don't know how to move forward. I can just keep going, but it would just be super slow, which I'm fine. But it's just it's really slow even for my standard, you know. I don't know, 60 stitches in 3 hours. I'm not sure that's acceptable in a polite society. I don't know. Right. I am going to flip it over and pick a color. And I'm doing a lot of browns. Oh, a little bit of blue might be nice. A little bit of blue. Yes. Why not? Where am I though? only a few stitches here, but it's blue for a change over here. Oh, it's very bright. 143, 143. It's very bright blue. This is the one. Fancy some chocolate, actually. Can I have a piece of chocolate? My happy hippie, and I've got coffee as well. It'd be fantastic. So, until the teleporter is invented by YouTube, I am going to enjoy this piece of chocolate by myself, okay? And you can prepare, you can come up with your own chocolate and join me. Very nice. So here we go. No chocolate on fabric, please. Really pretty blue. Susan says, I've got chocolate. Yay! And Susan actually made a post on a Facebook group to remind me to get ingredients for my hot chocolate. I'll be following her lead and get my chocolate ingredients ready. Thank you, Susan. So bright, these colors. And there's no surrounding stitches here at all. So I'm going to end it here. So pretty. Oh my goodness. One, 4, 3. And I might as well fill in this area a little bit. It's a little bit confetti, but not too bad. So this one is 120. 120. There's another blue here. There you go, only 3 stitches here. But the color transition here is just so subtle and beautiful, so well charted. Nine Joys, Sweet dreams. Don't dream about white cows with antlers. That'd be a nightmare-ish. I think those hot air balloons at the back just look slightly out of place for the piece. Right. A couple more stitches over here, but I'm going to end it over here first. So I don't want to take my thread over stitched area. Oh, Susan's got hot chocolate. Oh, no, now you're just showing off. I haven't got to do my grocery today, so I haven't managed to buy the ingredients, but I will. Absolutely, I will. I need to remember. Because I don't normally add milk for my coffee, and my partner as well. So we don't normally have almond milk in the house unless we're making something. So I need to top that up and get some cacao powder. Two stitches here. And Susan says, definitely a weird thing to add, hot air balloons. Yeah, it's kind of the whole piece, if you think about it, is quite kind of earthy, you know, a little bit hidden. And in the forest, you know, kind of peace and quiet. And suddenly the background, you've got this open space with hot air balloons. It's kind of strange. It's like two pieces merged into one. It feels like that. 120. But the caravan part of it is quite pretty though. Okay, there are only a couple of stitches of this one. Fine, 98, 98, 98. And Suzanne agrees as well. She says, I feel like those hot air balloons were out of place as well. I know. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Because if you think about, because I don't know whether that piece is actually part of the trio. That I'm just guessing. But if you think about how intimate traveling library is, and then you look at because if you want me to imagine the outside view of traveling library, I'll probably think about like something really kind of slightly closed in and quite safe feeling, kind of forest or a wood or something. I wouldn't imagine it's being part somewhere that's kind of in an open space with air balloons. I wouldn't imagine that in a million years. 98. Vanilla blue. These colors are so vibrant. And yes, Susan, you're quite right. There's no foxes in that piece, but instead a strange white creature with antelopes. I don't know. Yeah, it's a strange kind of choices there. Maybe just not it's just not feeling very cozy, if you know what I mean. It's not very cozy. It's pretty, but not very cozy. I like coziness. Nikki? Am I seeing ghosts? Am I hallucinating? Is it Nikki in the chat? Goodness, where have you been, my friend? Have you forgotten about me totally? I know I criticize you for calamari stitching, okay? But it's not enough to break a friendship. But where have you been? I hope you're well. Oh, Nikki's in the chat, seriously. She's alive, okay? Nikki's alive. Everybody can, you know, let out a sign of you know, relief here. It's okay, yes. Nikki says, I did not forget. My husband is on for long and he is taking up my time. Oh, seriously. Do something about him, okay? Can you put him in the fridge or something? Somewhere that, you know, just keep him there. Seriously, husbands. Just put him in the cupboard. Just keep him safe there. Nikki says, I made him take a nap. Yes. Maybe some caramel, you know, caramel and that'll make him sleepy. Some caramel tea would be my recommendation, or some brandy, you know, like French, they put brandy in babies' milk to make them go to bed quietly. Not my idea, the French. And Steph as well. Steph, Wow Fox Stitchery. Very long name, but I think I did okay. She says, hello, everyone. Susan, yeah, put him in the fridge, keep him fresh, you know. But he's going to just stay quietly in there, frozen. And Nikki says, it's so weird to have him home all day during the week. Yeah, it's weird. Yes, you've got to do something about it. You know, anything is going to stop you from coming to Yogi and stitch with me has to, you know, has to go. but I'm glad you're doing well. And also, what happened to the turkey? Have you given the turkey a nice burial? You know? I just quietly frogged one stitch. No one noticed, okay? Nothing to see here. You know, if your husband is spending a lot of time at home, there's one alternative is to get him to stitch with you as well, and get him to come over here, you know, and do stitch with me with Yogi. That's one alternative. Or he would just have to go somewhere, or go to bed. Go to bed. Nikki says you smoked a turkey and fried it. Oh dear. All right. I wish I didn't ask. 98. I told him to get a job. Yes, either stitch with you or get a job. You know, he can choose. Oh dear. Cynthia says blindfold emoji. Okay. Cynthia, it's a family show. Okay. Anything. You know, no judgment from me. Grace says Nikki invited the turkey for Thanksgiving. Yes. Oh dear. Right, let me have a look. I would like to complete this little circle here, but there are a few single stitches. Why not? Let's do it. 71. 71. Cynthia says, well, when you frog. Okay, fair enough. Oh, do you mean blindfold that way? I thought you were talking about Nikki. That's one idea. Too much information. My mind just goes to places, okay? Nikki says, is that Mr. Potato Head? You're the second one saying that. What his potato head looks like with a hat. Oh, yeah, that's quite true. And this moustache looks suspicious. I think it's his moustache. I'm not too sure. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like, okay? You can decide whether it's potato head. Let me show you this. All right, I'm going to show you the mock-up here, okay? Is that Mr. Potato Head? It looks like those, I don't know, it reminds me of those, you know, finger arts. The people put hats on their fingertips and then pretend it's a puppet or something. It looks a little bit like that. And that's a moustache. It's a Hitler-style moustache. Controversial. What am I stitching right here? Seriously. Yes, I need to be mindful. It might be, you know, might cause a little bit of a controversy here. But Suzanne says Nikki is secretly a calamari. Nikki, you know, it's been agreed by the group, of from the chat that we're going to have a no calamari emoji here. You know, I'll look to create that to make sure it's a group policy. No calamari stitching. All right, so it's official. It's official. Oh, I have 2 stitches then, not too bad. So it's just 1. So Claudia says he's even got a nose. Do you think it's a nose? Hang on, let me flip it over. Do you think it's nose or moustache? It could be moustache. It's a controversial style, I know. But yeah, it's hard to tell until it's all stitched. But yes, there's a little hair. Is it potato head? But it doesn't look like potato. It's like a finger or something. Susan just, you know, through revenge of Susan. Cynthia says, Mr. Pothead. Is that different? Is that different from potato head? Nikki says, what? No squid lady? No, exactly. It's going to be a group policy. We're going to have a no calamari emoji. And so whenever someone is stitching seafood or calamari of any sort, people will be flashing that icon everywhere as a warning to others. I'll probably come back to the potato head and stitch a few more. Claudia says there's a nose with a controversial moustache. He looks like if Mr. Potato was cosplaying a World War II spy. Oh, right. The plot thickens. Yes. A cosplay Mr. Potato Head. It's a very complex piece, you know. It's got all sorts going on. And where's Glenn when we need him? Where's Glenn then? And there's one more here. Mr. Potato Head. It does look a little bit like that. Part of Freudian slip. That's funny. Pothead. I'm not sure Mr. Pothead is a character. Oh, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you've been away for so long. You have no idea of the major development. Yes, we have a channel membership now. So, so names turn green, if you remember. Oh, Nikki's been away. He's been out of loop so much that she has no idea. She hasn't been watching news. All the breaking news. 71. 71 here. Irene says, it looks like Mr. Potato with a Charlie Chaplin attire. So generally, Mr. Potato is doing a lot of cosplay. All right, then. So Mr. Potato can be, that could be James Bond. James Bond wearing a hat? No? Who else wears a hat? Oh, no, Revengers. You know, the Revenger characters. They wear hats. Laura is sporting our new emoji there, the alien and the yogi squat right here, okay? Created with my little hands in my basement, okay? With power tools. Yes, and I'll be creating more for you. So today we're taking requests of the new emoji, and we'll create them for the group. When I say we, I mean I, okay? Susan, exactly. Glenn, I think Glenn has probably running away, really scared from the last experience. So I don't know. I hope he's doing okay. He's not too traumatized by the experience being here, you know. Everybody's going, Glenn, what is going on with this and that and the other? And Glenn is like going, oh man, I can't deal with all these ladies. 93. And particularly last time, remember, we're talking about that little crab under Kitty's legs. Remember this one? Let me refresh your memory. All right. Remember this green cottage gate. What is this? You know? And now we're with different audience today. How about, guys, wherever you are, if you're lurking, come forward. Tell me what this is. Have a look. So I'll zoom out a little bit. So this is a full picture, right? So under Kitty's, the little cat's legs, this green thing, tell me what it is. I'll say it's a green crab with really menacing eyes staring. What say you? All right? What say you? Let me know. I'll leave you there for a couple of moments as I read the chat. And Nikki says, I have to wait till I get paid. Nikki, you don't have to join, okay? You have to feel a husband first. All right? Cynthia says, does anyone like the ball tip needles? Oh, this ball, yeah, it's, I think some people like it. Yeah, Suzanne likes those needles. No, Glenn hasn't come back. If he has, he's lurking. I have no idea. Oh, Susan says, you mean the cottage? Susan Barnes, hello. Nikki says, I see a cottage. I don't believe you, Nikki. I think you're saying that because you were here last time in our discussion. Claudia says cottage, and Gray says cottage. Cynthia says cottage. Oh, I don't believe you guys. No, it's an evil crab looking thing. Rachel Rachel says, I don't understand what a green thing you're talking about. There's a cottage under the cat. What? Cassie also says it's a cottage. The green is the roof. I don't believe you guys. And Susan says it's a cottage with two chimneys. Rachel says it's a cottage with two fireplaces. Where are the fireplaces? Bushes. There are on either side. Steph says definitely a cottage. No, it's a crab, and you know, with two big eyes. Look, scary eyes staring. Definitely, it's a weird creature that's living under the kitty's belly. Oh dear. Mr. Potato and an evil green crab. Chloe says, I saw a cottage last time, but now I see a crab. There you go, Chloe. Join me, okay? Stay with me. Kathy says a lot of Easter eggs in this piece. Very cute. I know. You've got Mr. Potato cosplaying World War II spies or soldier, and you've got an evil crab that is pretending to be a cottage. Okay. This is very troubling piece right here. Oh dear, I don't believe it. It's an evil crab. Irene says it still looks like a creamy colored cottage with green roof. Oh, I don't know what you're looking at, guys. Look at those eyes. My God. Emoji for Yogi's bad eyes. Broken eyes. Cynthia said, are you drinking? Well, Cynthia, the scary thing is I'm not, you know. I can do it totally sober. Yes. And Rachel says, what's the pink thing at the bottom of the front of the cat paw? Front paw. Let's have a look then. Where is it? What's the... Oh, yes, the pink thing. Yes, last time we talked about this as well. And for me, it looked like a pink snail, just randomly, just being there in front of the kitty pole. But the chat thought otherwise. And I had a second look, and I thought, well, okay, maybe they're right. So, but Rachel is wondering about the same thing, because it's not obvious, is it? Look. Steph says, I love the idea of being crab. It's better than a cottage, because it is a crab, okay, Steph? Work with me here. Claudia says, evil crab and spy potato head. The piece took a real turn to the dark. Exactly. Look at this. You know, a Hitler-looking potato head, and an evil eye crab, green crab, out of all things, and a pink blob, you know, that looks like a snail. Is it mocking my stitching speed? Rachel says it's a yo-yo. I wouldn't have thought that if the chat didn't say it, because look at that, it looks like a pink snail. Oh, it's I'm worried about this piece. Grace, when do you go to see your psychiatrist next? Yes, I think they've given up on me. There's nothing they can do for me. 93. 93. Done. I think these two are... Oh no, I haven't done it yet. Hang on. Where am I? 93. I took the thread but didn't do anything. I got distracted. Here we go. So two stitches here. Yes, Suzanne, yes, it's a green crab, okay? Suzanne says, it's a fish toy. Is that the same as yo-yo? And Brienne says, I'm surprised you picked the pattern, Yogi, since there are a lot of eyes. Yes, and quite a few dolls and puppets as well. I'm surprised myself, but overall, I love this piece. I love the star. Yes, there are sort of weird faces here and there. Can you see that? But, you know, you wouldn't believe how much I wanted this piece when I first saw it. And I did take those faces into consideration, but I still loved it. So, oh, hang on. I just noticed this. Can you see what this is? There's a painting on the easel. This is the first time. I've got this pattern for nearly 3 years. This is the first time I noticed this bit. Do you know what's happening here? Any clue? Anyone? Let me zoom out a little bit, okay? This is a zoomed out piece. All right? And I'm going to zoom in here. Wow. Talk about Easter eggs. Do you know what's happening there? Guys, anyone? Are those eyes on Cat's left leg? It's getting really weird. Can you see that? Do you know what that is, guys? Yes, Rachel. Bingo. And this is the first time, literally, I've been, you know, interacting with this piece for so long. This is the first time I discovered. Isn't that amazing? It's breathtaking. It's the pattern. A miniature version of this pattern we're looking at. Seriously, Collin Thompson. I mean, you know, wow. I never noticed it. I seriously never noticed it. Because I'm just looking at this bit here and go, well, that looks strangely familiar. It is the pattern. So portrait, yes, so portrait of the pattern. Yes, Rachel, very good, very good. Yeah, wow, this is full of surprises. Because even though I've been stitching this bit for so long, the last attempt, I started from here. So I've been looking at this area for a long, long time. And it was a conscious decision not to move further down until I get there. Because, you know, it's fresh and it's surprising. So this bit, I've been looking at it for 2.5 years. And yeah, for the first time ever, I noticed this bit, this easel. My goodness, seriously. Oh, I'm looking forward to more surprises. This is so weird. Man. Nikki says, I think the pink thing is a pink panther stretchy toy. It's Pink Panther. Enter the chat. Pink Panther. No, it's kind of weird, kind of slug looking thing. There's a red cat. The orange cat, you mean? Yes. Yes, Grace. It's a painting of the cross-stitch pattern. And I noticed it for the first time ever. I am in shock. That is just breathtaking. Hey, Captain Squirrel is in the chat. Welcome. Good morning. Cynthia says, what a strange trip it's been today. Yes, I know. It's like this every day. We just don't know what's happening. You know, every day is a surprise with a stream. You never know what we're going to be talking about and what's going to happen. Oh dear, that stitch is a little bit tricky. And are you stitching today, Captain Squirrel? And the turtle is not here today, so you can't greet each other like you normally do. Squirrel! Turtle! I'm just doing the impression. It's quite fetching. And Captain Squirrel is stitching on a Titanic piece. There. Let me see if there are more stitches of this color. Not really. 93 going back on the board. Let me take a sip of my tea here. Or maybe have another piece of chocolate. Here. I really like to complete this little circly bit here. Oh, Captain Squirrel says, my baby squirrel wanted a lot of cuddles. That's why I'm late. Oh, cuddles first. Cuddles first. Here we go. 27. 27. Do I have a piece? 27. Nikki says, we need to get Collin Thompson on here. I know. We need to do that. And interrogate him. Is like, what? Is that a green crab or is it a cottage? Just give us, you know, an answer here. We need to know so we can settle the debate. Heather says, "It's a painting of your pattern." I know it is, and I noticed it for the first time. I've had this pattern for close to 3 years. There's so many details. It's crazy. And I think if you're doing puzzle, jigsaw puzzles, you probably wouldn't notice it as much. Because with stitching, you literally have to do every single, bits and details. Let me see. 2 here. Oh, we've got a new joiner. In the chat and in the chat here is Chelsea. Chelsea says, "This is the first time I have caught you live." Well done, Chelsea. Welcome. Say hello to Chelsea. And Claudia, have a good time. Time for dinner for Claudia. And she says, "My stitching speed may have improved, but not my chopping speed." Have a wonderful evening, day or night. Well, chop safely. We'll see you later, Claudia. All right, let's have a look. I might end this one here and move to a different area. Cynthia says, "I think you should stitch on this more often. It's so fun to see all the development." I know this is such a fun piece, isn't it? And previously, because of my last version, I tried to work on it as well. But I think the last version, because I've been working on it for so long, and kind of I was just, slightly stuck in a rut a little bit. And through the twist of fate, I get to restart again. So I think it's blessing in disguise. And now this feels like a new piece for me. And I'm discovering so much. Imagine if I continue with the last piece, it would have taken me like 30 years before I get to this bit, because this is literally the bottom of the piece. It would have taken me decades just to get here, to find a green crab, And if Collin Thompson was here, I'd love to know how long it took for him to create this piece, because there's so much going on. Nikki says, there are pink blob men everywhere in your chart. I know. I think Colin Thompson liked those blobs. There's one purple blob on top of the chart as well. I don't know what they are. Kind of just blobby men, blobby figure. I don't know what they are. The twisted mind of the artist. And Grace is asking, there's so much to see in this pattern. Is the pattern only available in the kit, or can you buy a PDF? So this is why Glenn is not in the chat here, because Glenn doesn't want to answer. Yes, this is from GeckoRouge, okay? So GeckoRouge, they only do complete kit, like made-to-order kits. So they're not sort of pre-put together. You order, they put it together for you, and you can pick different fabric counts. What else can you choose? Fabric counts, whether it's paper pattern or digital pattern, something like that. And it comes with all the flaws you need, but they do not do patterns only. I think Nikki has got a pattern from them before they became kit, cross-stitching kit only company. But I don't know how long ago that was, Nikki. But certainly by the time I knew them, they only do kits. So they have a lot of very unique artists that you kind of don't see anywhere else. So maybe they're exclusive. So in order to get their patterns, you need to get the whole thing. But I think it's really nice because it's beautifully presented and packaged, and it's kind of, you know, really kind of luxury to get one of those kits. These ones I've done. Okay, there are a few stitches here I'm gonna just fill in because I can. Yes, they only do kits. And Chelsea says, I'm working on organizing my first Hade. Books Are My Friends by Randall Spangler. Hope to start this weekend. How exciting, the first one. Oh, beautiful. Chloe C says, I can feel myself falling asleep, so I'd better go to bed before I prick myself with a needle. Don't do that, Chloe. Night, Chloe. Yes. And, oh, Chloe's leaving us a number for Guess My Stitches. It's 258. Take notes, guys. I haven't got a paper yet, but I will try to jot it down. 258. 258 for Chloe. All right then, Chloe, you can go to bed now. I've got your number here. And sweet dream, sweet dream. And I'll let you know tomorrow if you won. And if not, you'll find out as well. So night, Chloe. Rachel says, but this pattern is exclusive to Gecko. I think if you have a browse of their patterns, maybe majority of them are exclusive, because those I've never seen they're being charted anywhere else. But then again, quite a lot of Heaven and Earth charts like Amy Stewart and stuff, I don't think they're being charted by anyone else either. So it's also exclusive. Quite a lot of exclusive charts with Heaven and Earth as well. Oh, we have another new joiner here. Wonderful. Miller. Mila from Florida. Welcome, Mila. Say hello to Mila. Welcome. One, two. One more here. Rachel is asking, is this pattern available from another seller, like the same patterns offered by Artisy and Cross Stitch Studio, for example? If you're referring to this one I'm working on, I don't believe so. It's quite a large piece, and also I don't know, maybe they have some sort of exclusive contract with Collin Thompson. I really don't know. I haven't seen this being charted anywhere else. There are jigsaw puzzles though, but not cross-stitching pattern. It wouldn't surprise me if it was exclusive, because you know, it's just that kind of pattern. But I haven't seen Gretty very frequently. I saw her a few days ago, but she hasn't come back, I don't think. But when I was stitching this piece a few months ago, she saw it and she went and got the kit because she loved it. So at least there's another person stitching this piece on this planet. Lizzie says, I watched a 5 years old video of an unboxing, and a presenter mentioned them doing jigsaw puzzles. That obviously did not last. I mean, this pattern. Lizzie, have you been sleeping on me, huh? So Lizzie's confessing. She's been taking a nap. Well, if you need a nap break, have a nap, you know? Just make sure you come back to yogi. Yesterday we were talking about power naps. I hope you're feeling refreshed and ready to go. Falling off the edge there. Janelle, hello Janelle. Welcome. Good morning. Oh, right. So, according to Lizzie, Haight insists on exclusive ownership. That makes sense, because if you do charts that you can see everywhere else and being charted differently, you know, people are going to get very confused. And also they don't have to come to you to get the charge. So yes, I think for Heaven and Earth and people like companies like that, I think, you know, other than actually working on the patterns, majority of the work is probably, you know, working out deals and make sure it's exclusive, and also working with really good artists. That's got to be the bulk of the work, isn't it? Right, let me anchor this right here, see if I can take it up a little bit. Oh, you're referring to... Oh, we've got a new joiner. This is a night of new joiners. Fantastic. So Diana from Michigan is also joining us in the chat. Welcome. Welcome, Diana. Cynthia is asking, where did you start before? I started from upper left, like a good girl. And Chua as well says hello or welcome. Let me see if I can take this one over here. Silver says, I got Collin Thompson in my wish list, but I cannot afford it. Well, just save up a little bit. You know, this is kind of, it's not a necessity. It's kind of a luxury to have. You can just put away if you have a piece that you really love. And I think Collin Thompson pieces on GeckoRouge, they're all pretty large, as far as I know. Maybe he's got smaller pieces. I haven't checked. But he's got quite a few patterns there, but they're all quite big. And so, you know, if you really want it, just take your time and save up a little bit at a time, you know. Second one over here. Kimberly says, I've got my target stitch count on 2 of my projects. Happy day, 750 stitches. Amazing. Chelsea says, I'm lucky to hit 300 a day, you and me both, Chelsea. 200 is a good day for me. Let's see how it goes today. I think, you know, 200, I'll be quite happy. 60, not so much, even for me. Very nice. Oh, I love this project so much. I can't tell you. It's just like if every stitch feels fresh, because it's literally starting from a completely different area, and also different fabric and different stitching method. Oh, brand new, completely. Betty says, artists will sometimes license only certain artwork to a certain company and other artwork to another. Okay, so Leonie, the artist, oh no, it's a company, is it? Leonie Afremo. I'm not going to attempt. This is late, you know. This is late in the UK, late at night. Has split his artwork between hate and artistry. Yes, it's possible. So it's not so much exclusive as in per artist, but maybe certain, you know, pieces of artwork, they're exclusive to certain companies. Yes, I think I can totally see that. Kimberly's asking, Yogi, did you ever want to work on one piece for a week? You know, when I first got this project back in January of 2003, you're going to be shocked when you heard this, when you hear this, okay? I worked on this piece from the first stitch, you know, the moment I started. I worked solidly for close to 6 months exclusively with this piece. That's why I got a lot done for 6 months, because I was obsessed with it. I just wanted to stitch it every day. I think I probably had a couple of other pieces that I kind of put in a few stitches daily, not daily, but from time to time. But with this piece, I worked, it must have been about 6 months at least that I worked on this piece every single day. Every single day. But the problem with that was I just got burnt out because I was so eager to move forward. I knew this was a massive piece and I love it. I just got to a point like I started to get quite fatigued. And that's when I started to buy a lot of Heaven and Earth patterns because I just needed a little refresh. But since then, I kind of learned the balance a little bit because it doesn't matter how much you love it. And I love this piece right now, but I wouldn't necessarily want to do it every day. If I wasn't streaming, to be honest, I'll probably put a few stitches in every day, but I'll probably try to swap to different pieces because sometimes it's good to miss something. And if you just keep going, you can probably keep going for a while, but I think you're going to hit the ceiling, at least for me. So, you know, so will I ever want to work on a piece for a week? At this moment, probably no. I like the variety of working on different pieces every day because every time I come back to a piece, it feels fresh and exciting. Traveling library and this one, obviously, I want to put in a little bit more effort at this point, but maybe not every, like one piece a week. I think my brain will probably start to, you know, protest. But yeah, when I first got this piece, I solidly work on this piece every day for about 6 months. It was during COVID as well, so what else is there to do? So yes or no? Yes or no? I have done it, but will I want to do it now? Not really, no. So this one has got 2 over here and a few in the surrounding area, so 147. 147. It's a little brown here. Chelsea is asking a really good question, guys. Chad, please focus on. Please read Chelsea's comment. What is your project closest to being finished? All right, let me think. So, being close is a concept, right? It's relative to the end point. So it doesn't mean he has to be very close to the end point. It just means which one is closer, right? Am I correct? So the closest piece I've got, okay, it's a mini piece. I'm trying to think which one. Yes, it's a Chirimachetti quoting room. I work on the stream as well. It's currently 80% away. Does that work for you? Yeah? I think that in terms of percentage, it's the closest to completion. And it's about 80% away because currently that project is about 20% complete, which for me is quite advanced. So the remaining ones I'm not going to mention, okay, because it's just slightly further away. But if you're asking the closest, yes, it's 80% away. There. Welcome to Yogi Stream. Nikki is asking, what piece did you work on today before the stream? Oh, I think I had a little bit of time this afternoon before another class. So I actually managed to pop home and before I had to go and teach again. I think I put in about 20 stitches on traveling library. 20. I didn't count, but I think probably about 20 stitches or something like that. I try, Nikki, I try, okay? I do my best whenever I have time. So there you go. Oh, Captain Squirrel says it's Granny's craft room. Granny's craft room, I can't remember what percentage is. Let me have a quick check. Granny's craft room, I'm not doing too badly, but I suspect maybe about 10%. Let me have a look. Where is it? Oh no, 9. Look. You can just look at it. Let me just show you this. Just look at this. So Granny's craft room is about just under 10% on the third row there. So the one I'm talking about is on the second row, second from the right there. It says 20%. That's the one that's most advanced, I think. And the rest of them, majority of them are single digit. And a couple of them, anything else is 2 digit? I think not. No, yes. The chocolate shop on the bottom right there is 12%. A couple of them are close to 10%. And cake shop, the third one from the top row, from the left, 14%, 14.4. So yes, that's the situation right now, the current situation. All right. So there you go. So yes, I'm quite surprised actually. The craft room piece is actually most advanced because I don't really work on that piece that frequently. It doesn't feel like I've done that much, but it's a mini though, so here. See you later, Cynthia. Chelsea says it's about the journey, not the end. Exactly. You're in the right group here, Chelsea, if that's what you think. Yes. We're not goal-orientated. I know there are a lot of fast stitchers, aliens. That's why we put them in the alien club, because we don't want them to come out and scare people all the time. So we keep them under control, in the sort of environment and governed by Sarah. Okay, so Sarah look after them to give them biscuits and milk from time to time. It's like watering plants, you know, just feed them a little bit of milk and biscuits and keep them happy there. But we're not looking for the end goal, because by the time you finish a piece, you have to move on to another one, right? So ultimately we're here. This is where we are. And this is where we want to be, because it's no good once you finish a piece, you can't work on it anymore. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? Sad face. So there you go, you know. See you later, Irene. Oh, I didn't know it's past 12 already. Where's time gone? So, guys, let me make this color, the last one. Today just flew by. It's crazy. And no wonder people are taking naps in between. It's so weird, because when I'm streaming, I literally do not feel time. Sometimes I feel like I'm just warming up. And lo and behold, it's like 3 hours later. And today I feel like, yeah, I've stitched a little bit, but not for a very long time. So here we go. So this is my last color, and let me know, let me have a look how many stitches I've got here. I've got about maybe 5 more I want to do. And guys, there's some newcomers here, okay? I don't know whether you've been lurking, watching the stream, or you're brand new. We play a game, a little game together at the end of every stream, and it's called Guess My Stitches. Okay, and as it says on the tin, it's for you to guess how many stitches I've done from the beginning of this session. And if you go, well, I have no idea, I'll say, you and me both, me either. So your guess is just as good as mine, and just come forward and just, you know, submit a number. Okay, that's all you have to do. And so no skills required. Just look at the chat. They have no skills whatsoever, but they play this game with me every day. And so sometimes I'm really, really surprised by the results as well. And so I have no clue, okay? And this way of stitching, you definitely have no clue either, because I've been going all over the place. But, you know, if you know me, and if you know my pace, maybe you can gauge a little bit on how many stitches I've done today. And for that, I'm going to bring out our state-of-the-art game machine, okay? Brace yourself. You're going to be so stunned. If you're new to the channel, okay? This is a new technology we're having here. And have a look at this. Yes, that's our game machine. And as you can see, the numbers are flowing through the screen, and your number could be on there as well. Okay, so come forward and just put a number in, and if you win, my goodness, you get to enjoy the buffet with me, having tea with the queen. All right, it's good stuff. And on top of that, you will receive the adoration and admiration of the entire chat and beyond from the entire stitching world. All right, so come and play with me, put a number in, and while you're doing that, I'm going to give you a little recap. So that's my last stitch here, and I marked them, okay? 1, 4, 7 going back on the needle board. All right, so let me zoom out a little bit and give you a quick summary of what's happening here today. So today I'm stitching on the GeckoRouge piece. Every Tuesday has been my GeckoRouge day, unofficial, every Tuesday here for the last few weeks. And I think it's going to continue. This is a fantastic piece to work on. And this piece is called Craft Cupboard by Collin Thompson, and is charted by GeckoRouge, the company. And today I've been working on this area. So I had center start here, been working just, you know, organically outwards in no particular direction, left and right, top, bottom. And today I worked a little bit of this orange area to start and coming over here. I haven't touched this area on the right today. And kind of filling in a little bit of the Potato Man's face here with dodgy moustache there. And around here as well, a little bit confetti over here, but really, really pretty with this blue area here. So this is development today, okay? And let's have a look at the number. What have we got today? So Susan, 257. Okay, oh, I need to scroll up a little bit. There are a couple of numbers over there. And Cynthia is 233. And Susan, 257. Captain Squirrel, 241. And Nikki, and 212. Chelsea, 220. Kimberly, 249. Betty, 234. Everybody's around that mark. It's almost like you know something I don't. And what have we got? Sarah, 243. Tracy, Parker, hello, good to see you. 252. Rochelle, 218. And Michelle Fuller, 259. Oh, the winner is going to be very close because all the numbers are very close. And M. Chua, 237. Rachel Morton, 223. Grace Houston, 228. And finally finish with Maria, 123. And also Nikki, welcome to Yogi Squad. Nikki, well, are you sure? The husband needs to eat as well. And also you just got that, 6 portal chance that costs about, $5,000 there. So, yeah, thank you so much for your support, Nikki. One of my favorite stitchers out there. And Maria, 123, guys, are you ready? Are you ready for the big reveal here? Let me bring on my app view here. Okay. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. It's only a yoga class. Counting breaths. There you go. I'm good at that. I can count to 5. The grand total of my stitches today, guys, is 207. Round of applause. It's about 200. It's a good day. It's a good day. Every day is a good day. But who is the winner today? Let's have a look. Who is closest to 200? And I also have the number from Chloe is 258. So but I think we've got people probably closer to this number, okay? And before we look at find out who the winner is, my percentage is just over 5%. Is 0.52. Okay, so a little bit moving forward a little bit here. So let's have a look. Oops, no, not this one. Guess my stitches. Not yoga time, not yoga time. Not quite. And so let's have a look. Who is the closest? I think Rochelle is quite close. And Nikki is very close. Nikki. Yes, Rochelle and Nikki. Rochelle 212. And Nikki, who is closer then? Let's be a little bit strict here. Rochelle is a little bit, I lost Michelle here. Nikki 212. What number is Rochelle? 218. So yes, I think it's Nikki, isn't it? It's Nikki. Yes. Amazing. Nikki has come back from from where, I don't know, from the Turkey land, and she's won. Amazing. So there you go. And Nikki has also joined our membership. How amazing. And so no snacks for husband, because the snack money is coming to the membership. So thank you, Nikki. And the winner today. So the winner, Nikki, knows by now, and get to enjoy the buffet with me. Okay, so the buffet is being brought on by Captain here, very healthy option, and of course Michelle is having a good time with our emojis. Yeah, there's 6 yogis there and 2 boomerangs. Yes, amazing. And also from Sarah as well, and Laura and Kimberly's really happy here. And oh my goodness, Rochelle, a lot of raw items and a lot of vegetables. Yes, very nice here. And Susan as well, lovely fast food collection as usual. Nikki says snack makes me sleepy, just as well. And Grace as well for Nikki. My God, that's a nice spread there. And Michelle Fuller, and milk and biscuit. You and Sarah can get together and feed those aliens. And Sarah, yes, indeed. And good night, everyone. Yes, and good night to Kimberly. And yes, have a play with the emoji, and I'll be making more. And Captain Squirrel is sending everybody aliens there. And Maria, a lot of chocolate. And a red bird there, a flamingo. Thank you, guys, for joining me today. Time just flew by. I have no idea. I've turned into a pumpkin. It's 12 midnight here in the sleepy London town. And Yogi signing out and go to bed. Hopefully go to sleep. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a good time. And tomorrow is our Kim Jacob theme. Tomorrow, sound together. So bring a piece from Kim or anything you want to stitch and come to join me and come to see me tomorrow. Night, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night from London. Night, everyone. Bye.